I'm going to talk about Isn't It Romantic? And there won't be spoilers, so enjoy. Well, I wanted to watch Isn't It Romantic since I saw the trailer, since I heard that Rebel Wilson was going to be in it, because I think she is brilliant. She is so funny. She just looks spontaneous. She looks like she's not actually acting, and I think, what more can you ask for an actor? You want them to be like real people on the screen. I was in, saw the trailer, I thought it looked funny. You know what? It was actually really good. So the premise of the movie is that you have Nat, and she's an architect, and she has low self-esteem, and she's very disillusioned, disappointed. She doesn't believe in love, in relationships. She doesn't think that girls like her can get all of those things because she doesn't look like a supermodel. She is just a normal woman, so why would a guy want to be with someone like her? And I think it's a very valid premise because I think we all feel like that at certain times in our lives. To see that reflected in a movie makes you relate, makes you want to watch it. People walk all over her at her job. People just do not respect her at all. She is the architect and people are asking her to bring coffee when that's not her job. She doesn't respond, she doesn't fight back. She has a really bad day and she hits her head. That's when the movie actually starts, in a sense. Again, I'm going to talk about the hero's journey. Okay, it's actually a book, and I think everybody has read it or heard about it if they did any kind of film school subject. There is a formula to all of these movies, to all of the rom-coms, which is during a certain amount of time, certain things have to happen so that you reach the climax and then you go down towards the end. The hero gets challenged with something and he first won't accept it, won't go for it, and then he goes for it. There is also the voice of wisdom figure. There's always one. For example, in Harry Potter, the voice of wisdom is actually two people. You have Hermione and you have Dumbledore to be the voice of reason for Harry. In this movie, you have her best friend, Whitney. She's her assistant. She is sort of a voice of reason in a bit of an unusual way. In a romantic comedy, what usually happens is, I would say between the 15 to 20 minute mark, at around that time stem is when you get the movie really going. So she has her accident, hits her head, and she wakes up in her worst nightmare. She wakes up in a romantic comedy. It challenges her because she wakes up and she's like, this is not New York anymore. What? And that's one of the really cool parts about this movie. Very clear, distinct differences between real New York and the rom-com New York. Real New York is dirty, is grimy, it's got tons of people that are rude, that don't respect her, don't give her time of day. And then you have rom-com New York, which is clean, friendly, is colorful, people respect her, the guys are all hot and they all flirt with her. She's in the middle of it. What is going on here? What? In her appearance, it changes as well. In the beginning, she has disheveled hair, no makeup, just clothes that, doesn't take two thoughts. Her dog is like dirty. He's like a white poodle type dog, and he's, dirty and messy and poops on the floor. When she's in this new reality, she wakes up in a hospital bed with a makeup and nice hair done, and she goes home, and obviously her home has changed as well. It's not her really, really small, dirty, messy apartment. It's giant, it's beautifully decorated. Her closet is the size of a lot of people's homes, full of nice colorful clothes. Dog is nice and clean and fluffy and cute, who knows how to do tricks. She cannot curse in this new reality, so whenever she tries to curse, you hear an alarm, a buzzing sound, honk of a car. She realizes that she is in her worst nightmare. So we learn at the beginning, when she's talking to her friend Whitney, about rom-coms and how there are lots of cliches and things that are very unrealistic. She lists a lot of things that happens in those movies, and that's what happens to her in this new reality. And the fun part about it is that it works because the movie is basically a satire for rom-coms. Things like she can hear her own voice narrating things and she looks like what? You also have music, the music that comes on that only she can hear. And there's especially funny part when she's with her new gay best friend, because they have to have one, and she hears music coming up and she's like, oh no, is this an outfit change montage? It's really cool because you don't get to see the outfit change montage, so I think the movie like saves you from that. She's very aware of this world around her, and you have all of the very, very cliche musical soundtrack with all of the 90s music. There's this really funny part where she just comes out of the hospital after her accident. Everything is different in a way that everything is beautiful and colorful, flowers everywhere, and this guy comes by in a bicycle, and in the basket of his bicycle there is a radio, and he turns the volume up, and 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton comes up. And it's just delightful how it's just the beginning, just to set the scene, just to make you feel, I know where I am now, and she knows where she is. It's just full of that. It's just full of sprinkles of those songs. Of course, you have musical numbers with dancing and all of that. And in one of the scenes, she's doing a karaoke. The karaoke machine breaks, and it all just comes together somehow with, cups making noises and things like that. People sweeping the floor. This group of drunk ladies that do backup singing for her. It just makes it so sarcastic. It's just amazing. So you have things like that, and you have the way that they transformed the sets and transformed New York is also really, really cool. So in one scene they have a row of bicycles very neatly parked, and they all have a basket with a bouquet of flowers on them. That's not real life. It's things like that that are so ridiculous and so funny, and she's aware of it. If you're watching a rom-com, that's the kind of thing you see. They turned it up a notch, but it's also really cool. You have really cool actors that really seemed like they enjoyed their time. They were having a fun time. Like I said, Rebel Wilson, who is amazing in everything she does, and I think they could not have chosen anybody better than her for this part. Then you have Liam Hemsworth, Baby Thor. You have Adam Devine, who I like to call the new Jack Black, and right at the very beginning, Jennifer Saunders. Now, we had me right there. She plays her mom, and she's only in one scene, but it's worth it, It is worth it. Anything with Jennifer Saunders in it is brilliant. So you have funny people in it, you have good looking people in it, you have everything. You have also Priyanka Chopra. She was also very good in it. She played the really hot new girlfriend of her friend Josh, who was played by Adam Devine. Baby Thor is the hot business guy who goes to her architectural firm with a job that he wants them to do. And it's just really funny how it all develops, and all of the cliches are thrown in for you to just enjoy. And what is also really, really cool is that because she's aware of all of the ridiculousness, she knows how to navigate around it to get out of it, because it's not like she's enjoying life, it's not like she's happy to be there. She wants to get out, so she gets to the conclusion of what she needs to do to get out of it, and that's what she does throughout the rest of the movie. It is just so much fun. I'm not gonna spoil the ending for you, but I really liked it. I think you'll like the ending too. It's just a really fun movie. Just grab your favorite snack, your favorite treat. It is a movie that doesn't treat women like they're idiots, or like the only way that they can be happy is if they get that guy. No, it points that out. One of the things that is really cool about this movie is that it is about friendship, and it is about love, and most importantly, it is about self-love. If that's not enough for you, if Rebel Wilson is not enough for you, then you have Baby Thor's abs, because they're there. So I think it's just really good fun, and I think you should watch it.